The new iPad Pro 2021 is officially here, but how does it compare to the iPad Air and to the Apple iPad? Should you upgrade? Which model is best for you? In this video, we're going to try to answer that question, so stick around. Welcome back, guys. This video is all about the full range of iPads as of April 2021, including, of course, the latest iPad Pro. What are the differences between the three, and what's new in the iPad Pro for 2021? We'll start with the low-end and cheapest model, the Apple iPad, and we'll work our way up to the most expensive and powerful, the iPad Pro. Apple's standard 8th generation iPad is still the best buy for most consumers. The 2020 8th generation version of the iPad has the A12 Bionic chip instead of the older A10 chip. The A12 is a good deal faster than its predecessor, which means the 8th generation model will run your favorite apps and games slightly faster and can handle more multitasking. The Apple iPad has a 10.2-inch screen, a home button with Touch ID, Retina display, as well as support for the first generation Apple Pencil and the Smart Keyboard. Bear in mind that the pencil that works with the Apple iPad is that weird one that sticks out from the bottom. Not a pretty sight, but it still works better than most styluses. The Apple iPad is a versatile tablet, but it's not as sleek in terms of design as the iPad Air and the iPad Pro. And there are some significant functional limitations. There's more of an air gap between the glass and the screen than in the iPad Air and the iPad Pro. This makes using the screen not as seamless. Don't get me wrong, it's completely usable and it's a fantastic tablet for the price point. But the pixels on the screen don't feel as flush with the glass. That's particularly a problem if you're trying to use the iPad for drawing purposes. Another limitation is the iPad only comes with a measly 32 gigabytes of storage. That's not enough in 2021, particularly if you're trying to download videos. For comparison, the Air starts at 64 gigabytes of storage and the iPad Pro starts at 128. Included in the iPad is also an 8-pixel camera on the back and an HD camera on the front. These cameras are not very good for 2021 standards, but they'll get the job done if you're just trying to snap a quick photo. If you don't need an extremely powerful tablet, and you're not going to be using this for professional purposes such as design work, or you're not going to be downloading a ton of videos, this may be a great fit for you as it is the least expensive iPad. You can pick one up on Amazon for under $400. Overall, this is a great product for the price, and if you're trying to get into the iPad game but you're not trying to drop a fortune, this may be the right start for you. Switching now to the iPad Air, we definitely immediately see a bump up in quality of design and features. The Apple's 4th generation iPad Air will make you wonder if there's any need to shell out for the iPad Pro. Its speed and performance is on par with the 2020 Pro, and it uses the new A14 Bionic chipset, which is extremely fast. It also looks exactly like the 2020 and 2020 Pro, with uniform and slim edges around its 10.9-inch screen. With the iPad Air, you get a bump up in screen size from the iPad, from 10.2 inches to 10.9. You also get some great features that are included with the Pro model, including support for the 2nd generation Apple Pencil, which can magnetically attach to the edge for automatic charging and pairing. You also get a USB-C port, which means you can use your MacBook charger to power it up. The iPad Air has no home button, but it has Touch ID integrated into the power button, so you can still use your fingerprint to unlock the slate or to authenticate purchases. The iPad Air does not include Face ID, which some people will actually appreciate. The iPad Air also comes in a variety of colors, so you can grab one in red, green, blue, as well as space gray or silver. So if you like colors, you may want to go with the iPad Air for that reason alone. The iPad Air offers a bump up in storage over the iPad. The base model includes 64 gigs of storage. Bezels are reduced in size, so no big chin or forehead like we saw on the iPad, and Touch ID is moved to the top. But the real beauty of the iPad Air is under the hood. The A14 processor will allow you to do pretty much anything you want to do and run any software you need to run. It's speedy and powerful and is actually faster than the iPad Pro 2020, which is a bit surprising. Access to USB-C and a 12 megapixel camera make this an amazing purchase. All right, now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's take a look at the new iPad Pro 2021. The iPad Pro 2021, which released today as the time this video was created, is the latest and by far the greatest iPad. In terms of aesthetics, the iPad Pro 2021 looks very similar to the iPad Air and is almost identical to the iPad Pro 2020 in look, but it is approximately 0.1 inches larger than the iPad Air if you get the 11-inch model, and much bigger than that still if you go with the 12.9-inch model. The 12.9-inch model is wonderfully large. It's like a magazine and makes the perfect canvas for drawing with the Apple Pencil. The Pencil is much like the one on the iPad Air. It magically and magnetically sticks to the iPad Pro Edge and it charges itself wirelessly. If you want the convenience of hands-free authentication, you should go with the iPad Pro because it comes with Face ID. Plus, it has ProMotion for a smoother scrolling experience and a more fluid software experience. The iPad Pro also features better speakers for better sound quality, enhanced microphones to pick up your voice more clearly, more base storage, and the main camera is joined by an ultra-wide lens for snapping sweeping scenes. The new upgraded cameras offer true depth camera, a 12 megapixel sensor, ultra-wide camera functionality, and center stage, which is a new software enhancement that tracks your face automatically to keep you in the center of the action during video conferencing. Similar to the iPad Pro 2020, the 2021 model comes with LiDAR, the same kind used to measure depth for self-driving cars. So if you're going to use your tablet for augmented reality work, the iPad Pro is definitely the way to go. Like the iPad Air, the iPad Pro is compatible with both the Magic Keyboard and the Smart Keyboard. The 2021 iPad Pro also includes some amazing performance enhancements. The 2021 model includes a mini LED screen, for instance. Its predecessor uses an LCD screen, which requires backlights. With the introduction of the mini LED, dramatically smaller LEDs are used, which provides much greater control of localized backlighting, allowing higher brightness and deeper blacks. The net result is a stunning display that puts its predecessors to shame. The Liquid Retina XDR display offers 4 million pixels on the 11-inch and 5.9 million pixels on the 12.9-inch Pro. The mini LED boasts 1,000 nits and a 1,000,000:1 contrast ratio, allowing for insanely bright and dark, vivid images. One thing to note is that unfortunately, the mini LED is only available for the 12.9-inch model, which is definitely a good motivation to get the 12.9-inch, but it's also a buzzkill if you're thinking about getting the 11-inch. The iPad Pro 2021 is the first iPad ever to feature an M1 processor. The M1 chip provides up to 50% faster processing speeds than the older models. There's almost nothing you can't do on the iPad now due to this upgrade. Another new exciting feature that gamers will appreciate is that the new iPad supports PlayStation and Xbox controllers. This of course means that you can now enjoy playing both your favorite PlayStation and Xbox games on your iPad. The new iPad Pro also supports 5G for lightning-fast wireless communications. This means you shouldn't have any trouble streaming video. So what have we learned so far? The iPad Pro 2021 is a huge game changer and a step up from its predecessor. It's also by far the most powerful iPad yet. Although it's virtually identical to the iPad Pro 2020 aesthetically, it boasts faster processing speeds and a much more powerful display. The main differences will provide tremendous value to Pro users. If you are a visual designer, or if you want to use augmented reality applications, or if you want to take fantastic videos and images, the iPad Pro is a must-have tool. It also provides amazing entertainment value. You'll enjoy rich immersive experiences on the iPad Pro's new mini LED display, whether you're watching movies or playing games or just surfing the web. And the large display, powerful processors, enhanced camera, and other onboard features will give you the best Apple has to offer. All right, so now let's answer the question you've been waiting for. Which iPad should you buy in 2021? It depends, of course, in part on your budget, but it also depends on what you're going to be using it for. If you just need a tablet to stream movies or check email occasionally in the airport or at the coffee shop, the iPad base model should serve you well and is a great buy for the money. If, on the other hand, you plan on using your tablet in a professional way, you should at least get the iPad Air. The 2020 iPad Air is an amazing product and will provide illustrators with a second-generation pen and other great features they need to get the job done. The iPad Air features great features, amazing process speeds, and decent storage. If you want improved performance and some of the best features iPad has to offer, you should consider going with the iPad Air. In fact, up until about 24 hours ago, we would have recommended the iPad Air over the iPad Pro, but all that has changed with the new iPad Pro 2021. The new iPad Pro is a big step up from the iPad Pro 2020 model. Enhanced processing speed, enhanced camera functionality, speakers and microphones, and of course Mini LED wins the iPad Pro the title of Best iPad Yet. Particularly if you plan on using the iPad in a professional capacity, you should definitely consider the iPad Pro. Also, if you're just a consumer with a healthy budget and you're looking to get the latest and greatest model, you should definitely get the iPad Pro. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments which iPad is right for you. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.